Hello and welcome to an instructional video on how to trim your rat's nails by yourself without assistance. So this is our little model Pavel. He's going to be one of a few rats who's showing you how to get the job done without any help. So the first thing you're going to need is one of these, a rat that needs its nails trimmed. Now whether they're a willing participant or not is up to you to be decided. So the next thing you're going to need is someone who will be trimming the rat's nails. If that's you or if that's a friend, that's okay. All we need is a willing participant on the human end. The last thing we're going to need is something to trim the rat's nails with. Now there are lots of things that you guys can use. You can use pet-specific trimmers. There are lots of small animal nail trimmers on the market. You could also use cat nail trimmers or small breed dog nail trimmers. But my personal favorite thing to use is these guys, straight up human nail trimmers. Now, the reason why I like these best is because I feel like I can see what I'm doing better than traditional pet clippers on an animal that's so tiny with itty bitty little nails. So, before we get started, we're going to talk about the potential danger involved here, which is cutting something that you are not supposed to. So, whether that is slipping and cutting a different part of the rat other than the toenail altogether, or if it's just cutting the toenail a little bit too short. Cutting the nail too short might seem like a really scary, traumatic experience, but it's not that bad. Yes, it is going to sting them a little bit. There will be a little bit of blood, but it's not the end of the world. Even professionals still cut nails too short sometimes. It happens to the best of us. So, if you do happen to cut your nails short and they do start to bleed on you, don't panic. All you need to do is go ahead and grab some cornstarch or some flour. And if you have it available, a lot of pet stores will sell this. There's a product called Quick Stop or Quick Clot. Basically, it's just a powder that you can use that helps to stop bleeding, specifically of quicked nails. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with Pavel here. So the first thing I'm going to do is front nails. For me, this is easier. My rats seem to be more compliant to get the front ones done first. Maybe it's because their back feet are on the ground and they feel more secure. Maybe it's because they can see what I'm doing. Either way, they seem to do better with it. So that's how I start. If your personal rat does better with the back nails first, go ahead and do it in reverse order. So I'm going to start with the leg or the foot that is closest to my dominant side. And because my rat is facing the same direction as me, his right is my right. So I'm going to start over here. And all I'm going to be doing is just trimming the little hook end off of his nail, the teeny tiny part right off the end. I don't want to cut too much, and you'll see that once in a while, my rat tries to put his face in towards where I'm trimming, which is not good. I don't want to accidentally cut off any of his whiskers or grab his nose in my trimmers. So every time that my rat puts his face into the danger zone here, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to push his face out of the way so he stays safe. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's one done. On to the next one. I'm going to flip my rat around and do the exact same thing on the other side. You will find you have a little bit more difficulty on this side, especially if you've got a looky-looer rat who's going to turn his face in towards the trimmers because you don't have your hand as a buffer. So you're going to have to use fingers here if your rat does turn in towards you. 3 and 4. There we go. Front one's done. So the next thing that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to move on to those back nails. So we're going to hold the rat a little bit differently for this. We're not going to keep them upright like this anymore. We're actually going to go ahead and we're going to turn them this way. We're going to put them laid across the forearm so they have nice support. We're going to turn their head in towards the crook of our elbow, and we're just going to pop this foot out here so we can hold it between our thumb and our forefinger. And he's definitely been doing a lot of demos lately, so he's a little bit squirmy and sick of it. But we're going to go ahead and do it quick for him so it's all done. And we're going to come in and do the exact same thing. Now if your rat's squirming like this, just go ahead and reposition them. Wait until they stop squirming, and then go back to your trimming. Sometimes it helps if you really actually put their head right into your elbow so they don't really have a chance to look around very much. There we go. and we're going to flip them around and do the other side. Now this is again the side that you'll find a little bit harder. Some rats behave better for it, but it's physically a little bit more difficult to manipulate because I've got rat head in my elbow, I've got part of the rat on my forearm, I've got the arm that's supporting the rat holding the clippers, I've got the other arm trying to hold the other end of the rat up while also holding the leg, so it can definitely get complicated on you. But a lot of rats are actually better behaved for this side. And if your rat does any twitching, squirming, squeaking, most of the time it's not because they're in pain, it's because they're not used to the sensation of the trimming. Right? And sometimes we get in weird things like this too. Usually whatever works best is just hold the rat so they're supported. Sometimes you end up with the rat in your chest instead of on your lap. That's okay as long as you get the job done. So that's actually all 4 paws done on this little guy already. He was pretty good for me. So that was one quick run through. We're going to go ahead and grab another rat. We're going to grab a girl this time so she's even smaller for me to work on and potentially even squirmier. We're going to go ahead and we're going to grab Alice for our next example. We'll be back with her in a few seconds. Alright, we're back. This is Alice. She's one of my little fidgety, hyperactive girls. So she's not always the best for nail trimming, which is good for you guys to see. It's good to work with the difficult rat so you can see the time and the patience involved in getting all the work done. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move quick with Alice because Alice is a little busybody and she doesn't like to sit still. So we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with Pavel. We did Pavel. We did Thor in another video. We're going to go ahead and start with the foot closest to my dominant side, just going in, clipping the little hooky ends off the rat's nails. That's one side. Flip them around, get into the other side. Again, if your rat's turning her head or his head in towards you, just go ahead and use your fingers or your hand to go ahead and move their head out of harm's way. And because she's facing this way already, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that. And I'm going to come in and we're just going to do this side. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we're going to do the other side. Huh, Alice? No, I think we're going to do this side. There we go. And this last one, again, it's the one that you'll find the most trouble with. It's the one that puts the foot at a weird angle for the rat. It's the one that they start freaking out for. And it's the one that's hard to get to with your nail trimmers. But we got it done. Last foot. Moving at a quick pace once you're comfortable with the nail trimming is the best thing for your rat. Lots of rats don't like the whole process, so the quicker it's over, the better the experience is for them. And we're done. That was quick and easy. She wasn't too bad for you guys. So good. That is 2 rats done. There's a whole lot of other rats to do, but we won't put them in the video for you guys. These guys get their nails trimmed once a week, so they should be used to it by now, but they do still fight sometimes. It's not their favorite thing in the world. So, if you are having a lot of trouble with getting your rat through nail trimming, do not feel upset about it. This is something that these guys have had done for their entire lives, so they're very well used to it. Don't expect the first time that you try to do your rat's nails to be able to go through all the way from start to finish and clip every single nail on your first try. It is not going to happen unless you have an absolutely incredible, very, very, very well-behaved rat. So, if you're having trouble with your rat, take breaks, give them treats, give them lots of encouragement, pet them when they're doing good, tell them that they're doing good. They're just like dogs. They understand positive reinforcement. So, whether your rat's favorite treat is chicken or cheese or yogis from the store, have lots of those ready because you're going to need them when you're training your rat to get used to the trimming. So, that's our little instructional video all finished. We had 2 very nice little models who are going to get lots of their favorite treats at the end for being so good for the video. You can like, you can comment, and you can subscribe for more action from our channel. We'll be posting lots of things about all kinds of critter care, from rats to rabbits, dogs, and beyond. Thank you, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, anything you want to see or you have questions about, you'd like to know more, go ahead and leave that down in the comments as well. We'll go ahead, we'll answer questions, and we will make future videos in regards to what you guys are interested in hearing about. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Say bye, Alice. Bye.